You can say what you want about Kobe Bryant. You can say he's selfish. You can say he's arrogant. You can say he's a jackass. You can say he's pompous, rude, overzealous, confident. You can say a lot of these things about Kobe Bryant. But one thing you can never, and I mean ever, say about Kobe Bryant is that he cheated the game. In his last game on the Kobe Bryant farewell tour, and this moment was finally here Wednesday night. And for Kobe Bryant at his age to come out and do what he did was simply sensational, to say the least. I mean, never in my wildest dreams I would have thought that Kobe would come out and do what he did. Kobe Bryant, at the tender age of 37 years old, came out when everybody is in their mama is in town, in Tinseltown, in LA, came out and dropped 60 points on the Utah Jazz, who had a chance to make the NBA playoffs prior to coming into that game until the Houston Rockets took care of their business in Sacramento. But make no mistake about it, the Utah Jazz didn't just sit there and lay down and let Kobe do what he did. Kobe Bryant came out and dropped 60 in front of Jack, in front of Jay-Z, in front of Kendrick Lamar, in front of Kanye, in front of Snoop Diggity Dogg, great Magic Irvin Johnson, who gave a sensational speech prior to the game. I mean, everything about that night was simply sensational, to say the least. And for anybody to be critical of Kobe Bryant's performance 2 nights ago, I mean, it's preposterous. I mean, it's rambunctious. I mean, these dudes are idiots. They know nothing about basketball. I mean, you got guys that's coming out and saying, well, he scored 60, but he shot the ball 50 times. Well, remind you, he made 22 out of his 50 attempts. That is 44% shooting from the field. He also shot 10 from 12 from the free throw line. Oh, and by the way, he went 6 for 21 in threes. So you can say what you want about this performance. You could try to downgrade it. You could try to say that he was a ball hog and he jacked and he jacked and he chucked. But if Kobe Bryant wouldn't have done what he did on Wednesday night, the Los Angeles Lakers would have got blew out. Because going into the fourth quarter, before Kobe Bryant ultimately took over that game, they were down by 11 points. And then he had an explosion. I mean, he hit step back jumpers. He hit follow away jumpers. He hit drifters. He split double teams with the in and out crossover. The pull up from the free throw line, a la like he did against the Phoenix Suns in the playoffs that year when they almost upset him. Okay, Kobe Bryant put on a show. He exposed the whole repertoire. And I found it very odd and funny that Shaquille O'Neal, one of his biggest rivals, one of his former teammates, was at the game. And but prior to the game, on the big podcast in which I listen to every Monday morning on Podcast One, y'all make sure y'all go support Shaq. Okay, Shaq challenged him before this game to getting 50 points. And you know what? When he walked inside of that arena and he seen Kobe Bryant, he said, "Mamba, I need 50." And Kobe said, "You know what? I'm going to go for it." And that's exactly what he did. Now, me, myself, personally, I was joking about this with one of my partners. I said, I saw a 40-piece coming. But I really had no idea that he was going to take over the game in such a dramatic fashion in the way that he did. And to finish the game off with the ball in his hands with like 39.4 seconds left to go in the game. And to go in Kobe mode, pure Kobe mode, and hit that game-winning shot. It was practically a game winner to seal the deal in dramatic fashion. I mean, Webster couldn't write this stuff, man. I mean, this was a storybook ending to an illustrious career. I mean, this dude was unbelievable. And one can argue that that performance that I seen this past Wednesday night, in my personal and humble opinion, I may add, this was better than an 81-point game, considering the circumstances, considering what he has been going through all season long, considering playing with a young and inexperienced Lakers team and organization, considering having Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak run the franchise into the ground, considering all of that, all of those things wrapped up, and for him to come out when everybody is watching, they even said they had over 10 million plus viewers in China, in Shanghai, watching that game on Wednesday nights. And Kobe even admitted after the game that he had some pregame jitters because he didn't want to go out and lay an egg. And I completely understand it, which is why I rate this game, in my personal opinion, my favorite Kobe Bryant moment of all time, because he did play like crap all season long. But to be a 5-time champion in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2009 after Shaq, 2010 after Shaq, 7 NBA Finals appearances, a 2-time NBA Finals MVP, a 1-time NBA Most Valuable Player in 2008, a 2-time scoring champion in 2006 and 2007, an 18-time NBA All-Star. In 20 years, this guy was an 18-time NBA All-Star. Mind you, he set the single season record of NBA All-Star votes this year. He is a 4-time NBA All-Star Game MVP in 2002 when he got booed in Philly, 2007, 2009, and to cap it off in 2011. A 15-time NBA All-Team selection. I don't think you guys understand how great and lethal this guy was throughout his career. Okay? First team All-NBA. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, but 11 times. To channel my inner LeBron when he went to Miami. Second team 2 times. Third team 2 times. Okay? 12-time all defensive team selections. NBA slam dunk champion as well. 17 times he was the player of the month. I mean, this guy scored 81 points in the game. That is only behind Wilt Chamberlain, the Big Dipper. Okay? Kobe Bryant is third in all-time points on the scoring list, behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Karl Malone. And one can argue that Kobe would have eclipsed that record had he not played with Shaq. One can also argue that Kobe would have eclipsed that record had he not been hurt 3 out of the last years of his career. Okay, so can we just take a step back and appreciate the Mamba, the greatness, the level, the determination, his will, the level of excellence he exhibited each and every night he stepped on the court, whether he struggled or whether he was on fire. You know, whenever you purchased that ticket, whenever Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers were coming to your town, you was going to get your money's worth. And that's exactly what I got every single time he came to the American Airlines Centers in Dallas, Texas. So can we just salute this man and appreciate him? Because say what you want about him, we are going to miss this dude when he's gone. Hate him or love him. And I think that commercial during the game, at the end of the game, was tailor-made, because really, hating is the biggest form of flattery. It really is. By you being a hater of another man or another player or whatever you want, an actor, an actress, you really deep down admire this dude. You gotta admire the work ethic. Kobe Bryant is the only player to this day I know that'll lose in an All-Star game and come out and shoot jumpers after the All-Star game on the court. There has been reports that Kobe will wake up at 6 in the morning and he's already at the gym. There have been reports Kobe has lost a playoff game and he stays after the game to pull up more shots just because he was so ticked off in losing that game. I mean, let's just look at what Kobe Bryant had to go through. The players that he had to go up against: Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Steve Nash, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, who doesn't get enough credit as being one of the all-time greats. And hell, if Yao Ming went into the Hall of Fame first ballot, Yao Ming, McGrady deserves some. He didn't make it out of the first round of the playoffs until he was on the San Antonio Spurs on the back end of his career. Okay? Kobe Bryant went up against LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, arguably the 4th best shooting guard of all time. Okay? Kobe Bryant had to face a Tim Duncan. He had to face a Shaquille O'Neal, a Tony Parker, a Manu Ginobili, a Kevin Garnett, a Chris Webber, Mike Bibby. I mean, if you look at his resume and what he had to endure and go through, from the Eagle, Colorado incident, from going up against the Detroit Pistons with Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace and Tayshaun Prince. Okay? To accomplish what Kobe Bryant accomplished, coming into the NBA in '96, backing up Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel, who, by the way, didn't like Kobe Bryant at the time, couldn't ingratiate themselves with Kobe Bryant because he was so young. He was only 18 years of age. Shaquille O'Neal couldn't vibe with Kobe Bryant at the time. None of these guys gave Kobe Bryant anything. Hell, even Dale Harris put him in the game against Utah so he could chuck up some air balls. Okay, for Christ's sakes, in the playoffs. When you combine all of that to see where this dude came from and what he ended up accomplishing at the end of his illustrious career, I mean, what better storybook ending do you have? I mean, because I can't think of any. If you could think of any, please comment, like or dislike this video, okay? But Kobe Bryant would be remembered by me for this last game. I mean, to go through what he went through all year long, to have this as player of all time was truly sensational, man. And I mean, it was just so surreal. I could barely even sleep Wednesday night. I mean, I really wanted to come on and do this video right after the game, but my emotions, I mean, and it was tears of joy, man, to see this man go out on top on his terms, not getting hurt. Okay, this was a wonderful moment. And once again, I just wanted to, thank Kobe Bryant, if you're listening, if you're watching this video, for everything that you gave to the game of basketball. You were a tremendous ambassador. You were a leader. You exuded work ethic. You incorporate whatever you incorporated in the game of basketball. We can appreciate as fans, and we can put that and implement that in our everyday life, because you never left anything out of sight and out of mind. And that's what I respect about Kobe Bryant the most, because even though he's old, he still went out his way on his terms, playing the only way that he knows how to play. And 60 points to cap it off. Man, thank you for all of the memories. Kobe Bean Bryant, the Lord of the Rings, the Black Mamba, Obi-Wan Kenobi. God bless you and your family. This is Rothstein Sports Vlog. Holla at your boy. Thank you. Kobe Bryant. Love.